What up, fam? It's Austin with the magic of mayhem. Hope you're doing fantastic today or tonight or whenever you're listening to this episode. Just wanted to say, what's up? How's it going? How's your day? I hope you're doing great. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about what's your perfect Disney day? Like, if you had to plan out your day exactly the way you wanted to, what would that look like? What's your day looking like? For me, we're going to go into that. It's a very, I would say I'm a creature of habit to some degree on some of those things, right? Creature of like things that I really love to do, have to do. Does it involve buying, it was Genie Plus, but now it's Fast Pass or Fast Lane. Is it Fast Lane? Am I screwing this up right now? It's been so long since I've been to Disneyland that now I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's Lightning Lane. Duh. I'm silly. How dare I? Lightning Lane. Man, see, that's how long it's been. As of September in 2024, it was over a year. So we are now in January. So September, October, November, December, January. So 16 months since I've last been in Disneyland, and I gotta say, it's a mental health affector, right? Who doesn't want to stay and be in Disneyland as many times as possible? Now, my wife and I were a 2 to 3 times a year type, and for us to go 16 months, and on top of that, it'll be a total of, so add 12 more to that. What is that? 28 months since we've been to Disneyland is wild. Wild. Give us kudos. It was not like because of Maverick's fault, but having a kid changes a lot for you, right? And then I got a job promotion, so we moved up to NorCal, and that's why we're up here, and it's not so convenient. Not saying like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive is convenient, but now it's a 6 hour or a plane ride. So now it's us going on a plane, which is cool. We're good with that. Maverick actually does fantastic on planes, so that's what our next trip is. But we're waiting until he's a little bit older, so he'll be just about 2 years old when we go to Disneyland in December. Plus, we want to celebrate Christmas in Disneyland. You can't beat Christmas in Disneyland, you know? So that's the future there. But what does your ideal, day look like? First off, let's do a fit check. Rocking my dad gang hat. Gotta rock dad gang. Love being a dad. Love being Maverick's dad. It's my favorite. Flying House Threads. Hold on, I'm going to move my mic. Rocking the Matterhorn 2.0 with Harold. Look at that. Look how cool that is, right? Who doesn't love Flying House Threads? Shout out to them and him. He actually followed me back on social media, so I feel actually really cool. Shout out to Flying House Threads. I'm just going to give my Instagram shout outs right now. All Things Disney Club. Love that family. They're my group. They always supporting. Just a great group of environment of people that just love Disney, love Disneyland, love Disney World. Although I'm one of the few West Coasters, shout out to us on the West Coast, but shout out to the East Coasters, right? It's a great group. We love it. If you want to join, just let me know. Send me a Instagram DM or whatever. TMO_mayhem, the magic of mayhem on Instagram or YouTube, wherever you want to message me. Who cares? I'll get it eventually. Then maybe I'll add you. But anyway, super supportive group, always promoting their reels and our content and things, to make us all grow as a community. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's great people. Very supportive people as I'm dropping stuff. Apologize. But yeah, shout out to the All Things Disney Club. Yellow Cup Social Club. That's my homie right there, Brennan. That guy's a G. He's just out there always helping me out, so I appreciate that. But yeah, okay, enough of that. Oh, shout out to Natty's Marketplace on Instagram too. What is dropping? I'm knocking stuff off the desk onto the bottom back there, so apologize for the loud noises in the back. I don't do any editing on this. You're getting full, unfiltered thoughts, unfiltered everything. Actually, Lucky is with us today. Lucky, are you going to pop up? Hey. Oh, there he is. There's Lucky. Say hi, Lucky. He actually said meow. I love it. Look at him. Look at him. Look at there. Just sitting in the background. He's like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping. Anyways, that's Lucky. Yeah, for those that have asked, he's right there. Now you get to see him. Big yawn from the cat. Natty's Market on Instagram. It's actually my wife's like Amazon thing for kids stuff. anything you're looking for kids, anything on that end, it's a great page to follow. She posts deals pretty much daily. If you need anything, shoot her a message. She'll find it. She'll post it for you. Yeah. So good luck for that one. So the perfect day at Disney, right? I have to say, being a Disneylander and then going to Walt Disney World was a lot harder on the planning. One, because we had to wake up at the ass crack of dawn. Let's be honest. It's ass crack of dawn for the West Coasters. I think it was 2 or 3 a.m., right? In order to hit your reservations. One, you really have to plan. You have to plan and then have a plan B and then possibly a plan C, because anything you want is going quick. Now, I haven't been back to Walt Disney World since 2020, so I may be a little rusty when it comes to that, but you had to be specific on what days and what things you wanted. And if you didn't get it, you better have a backup plan to kind of figure out what you're going to do instead. As far as reservations, as far as anything like that. That was a tough time. That was tough having to plan all that, tough time having to just make sure your trip was dialed in. So as a Disneylander, as a West Coaster, I feel very special and spoiled on this side because it's a little bit, you could willy-nilly it and be totally fine. That sucks for East Coast people, that sucks that you really have to plan that far in advance and make sure you know what you're doing and know what you want to get, right? So apologize to the East Coasters, but you got a lot more rougher than us here on the West Coast. As far as my last experience of going to Walt Disney World, that 90-day window, opening it up, was it 90? Might be 60. 60 on the West Coast for sure. I don't think it's 90. If it's a 90, shoot me. But I think it was 60, both sides. But as soon as that 60-day window opens up, ultimate first thing I'm going for, got to be the Blue Bayou, right? At least for me, that is just iconic. I am not a happy camper going to Disneyland and not getting Blue Bayou. The creme brulee, if you know me, okay, I know everyone's like, yeah, awesome, breadsticks, you're all about breadsticks, but if you know me too, creme brulee is my go-to. I am a little hoe for creme brulee. That it's the truth. I love creme brulee. It's literally one of my favorite desserts. I can skip cake, I could skip all that, but if there's creme brulee, I ain't skipping. Sometimes I do hey, just drop 2 over on this side. Yeah, two. Yeah, 2 right here. Yeah, that's basically how I am whenever it comes to creme brulee. So I'm a little hoe for it. So yep, that's me. But Blue Bayou, one, it's such an experience alone because you get to be inside the ride of pirates. Like, how can you beat that? Like, as an experience, as a dining experience, that has got to be the ultimate, right? You literally get to go in, sit down, and watch the boats for Pirates of the Caribbean just mosey on by. Now, you take younger kids, my nieces, it became that game of who can wave and get the boat to wave back to them, right? As a person in that boat, you're like Super J if you didn't get a Blue Bayou, and you're just floating on by and you're judgy, right? You're like, look at those people sitting at that restaurant having the time of their life, and I'm in Pirates. Although you immediately lose that as soon as you hear Dead Man Tell No Tales, and then you kind of drop in. I screw Blue Bayou at that point. But when you're sitting in Blue Bayou, you're like, yeah, I'm here and you're not. It's pretty fun. So if I don't get that, it's not a hack, it's not a pro tip. Most 99% of people have something like this, so I wouldn't even say like I'm telling you something groundbreaking. But if you don't get that, and it's in your window of say 1, 2, 3 days, and you are disappointed you didn't get that, mousedining.com is my always go-to. Now there's a free service that will email you. So basically you set your parameters, like, hey, I'm gonna be there on this day. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. You could select dinner. You could select lunch. You could select both. And basically, it'll email you anytime that you get, anytime that there's an opening for that specific ride or specific dinner. So if Blue Bayou opens up, you'll get an email like, hey, Austin, this time window at 4 p.m. is open for a party of 4. Like, you set your parameters for that. So it'll tell you like, hey, this is open. It's a free service. You don't have to pay for you don't have to pay for anything. If you want the bonus of a text getting sent to you, which I had to, it's $9 a month for 50 texts. So If you're shooting off a lot of things and you need a lot of reservations, 50 texts is a lot. So I feel like you could really dial in your plans if you didn't get what you wanted. So Mouse Dining, Blue Bayou is also one that I constantly check daily, especially towards the nighttime. Now, I have had great luck around 9, 10 o'clock of just refreshing on the day that I'm going to go. Not the day that I'm going to go, but like for future. Like I could be in my 60-day window, whatever. I'm planning, right? And every night I'll check around 9, 10 o'clock. Something about it, I always have good luck at that time. So I just continue to stay like in my time window and just refresh, and bam, I usually get it. I haven't had to do that experience yet. I know it's kind of changed as far as how the booking goes, and it's gotten to be easier, so that's pretty cool. And I'm excited to check that out probably closer to like September, October to my trip. So I will be reporting back to that when that time comes. But as far as I'm concerned, 10 o'clock is what I used to just stay on there and just kind of just refresh, watch some TV and refresh. And usually it's just like, sorry, nothing available, but you never know. Sometimes it'll pop up and you'll be like, bam, just snagging whatever reservation I can get. Because sometimes you could wheel and deal. Say you get a 4 p.m. That's too early to eat, I know, some people. But hey, just grab it anyway. Because you never know. You could wheel and deal for that. Another time frame opens, cancel your first one, and then you've got one just in case. So I kind of always just pre-book. If I get one, I could just snag one. And hey, sometimes you could just move your park day around that, and maybe you are eating a little earlier, which is nothing. That's not wrong. You can always eat at 4 p.m. I can eat at any time. But that's not like your ideal time. Like normally dinner is 7 o'clock. That's usually us. Speaking on my behalf, so 7 o'clock is when Maverick eats. So that's about the time we try to eat. So say we're trying to get that. But mousedining.com, great service, great app. I highly recommend it if you're trying to get some reservations. I don't know how their system works. I don't know how they're able to refresh and like stay on top of reservations. But shout out to them, man. Like their system is dialed. So I always use that. If it's something that I really want to get, $9 to get your reservations is a hella worth it, just in my opinion. So back to things that I think I have to do. Got to have Blue Bayou. So like I said, that is my absolute favorite place to go. And I will go there every trip to Disneyland that I can. Napolini. Oh, my absolute favorite pizza on this freaking planet. Napolini Pizzeria. It's been a couple different names. That is my have-to in downtown Disney. My trip is not complete without Blue Bayou and Napolini. So Napolini is always on my trip. Have to do it. As far as Lightning Lane, back then or the last time I went was Genie Plus. So, forgive me for being a little rusty or historied out of the loop of what it's like currently. But I always had to ride Rise. Got to do Rise. If I had to pay the extra, I did. Same with Mickey and Minnie's Toontown, or Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. Got to do that one. Those are just parts of rides that I have to ride. As far as reservations, I'm okay with paying that little bit of extra just so that I'm guaranteed to get that. It does affect what your day's like, right? You're really trying to nail stuff. Another one that we actually learned to like the last time we went was Carnation Cafe during the parade times. Now they kind of box it out at exactly the parade time, but you can kind of prematurely get there 2:30 and get a seat, and we were right on the fence right there and got to watch the parade. Yeah, you're gonna get blocked by people, so what? Not as bad as you think, and you still get to wave. I legit saw like every part of that parade, no problem, at that time, right before the start of it, and we got to sit through the whole thing. They really weren't rushing us to get out of there, even though we were literally done, probably right when the parade was about to start. We did get dessert. Dessert's a good way to just kind of carry on your lunch a little bit. Hell, I got to have some dessert. So that's something that we learned to really like is Carnation Cafe, going there. Great food, by the way. And one of the few places that sells alcohol on Disneyland property now, besides Blue Bayou. But yeah, Carnation Cafe, great one. Also, fun fact during that time, I don't know any YouTube people pay attention to Disney influencers and stuff, but Magic Journeys actually was walking by. Oh, it was a pre-opening for Tiana. So if that time dates that last trip for you, for us, it was pre-opening, not Tiana's the ride, but Tiana's the restaurant right by the train station. That one had just soft opened, or was soft opening that day for the real opening the next day. So all the Disney influencers was there, and we were keeping track. We were just paying attention, but saw Magic Journeys, actually said hello. They actually waved, said hi, hope you have a great lunch. So that was cool. Magic Journeys, they're fun to watch on YouTube. If you haven't watched them, make sure you do it. They're phenomenal film editing, phenomenal everything. They always talk about food, drinks. They're great couple, Janelle and man, I forget what his name is, but they're awesome couple. Great content on Disney stuff. So if you ever are bored on YouTube, Magic Journeys, great channel. But like I said, their film editing, their filmography, like their style of filming things is just top notch. So fun. Carnation Cafe for sure. Now, if I only had to select 5 guaranteed rides to do, although at Disneyland that doesn't seem like a lot, but if I'm talking about my entire trip, then I'd make it 10. But let's just go Disneyland. Have to ride Pirates. Pirates is just mandatory for me. Have to ride Indiana Jones. Have to ride Mickey and Minnie's. Have to ride Rise. Now, here we go. Are we stuck? Now we've got, with just 5, if I had to guarantee 5, Ooh, I might stir up some people for this one, but gotta do Haunted Mansion. I'm sorry. Those are the 5 I said. Indy, Pirates, Haunted, Rise, Mickey and Minnie. And people are going to be like, awesome, but what about Space Mountain? I know. And what about Big Thunder? I know. But if we're just doing 5, that's a rough 5 to pick right there. Oof. Can I reconsider? Can we redo that? Because even Fantasyland rides, like, I love that. You have to. Honestly, on a good day at Disney, you could ride them all. You really could. If you're hustling, you absolutely could. We've been pretty pro at it, especially with when Genie Plus came out. A lot of people weren't good with it, but we were. So we never had any issues riding what we wanted to ride. But for us, we usually stay 99% of the time. It's going to be Disneyland Hotel or Grand Californian. So that's going to allow us to get a kind of an advantage. Quick entrance through security, jump on the monorail. Monorail drops you off in Tomorrowland, right on Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear, maybe Astro Orbiter, maybe not. Probably skip that. Jump on the train, go to the other side. Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Indy, Jungle Cruise. Try to hit that area real quick. Maybe jump back on the train, get to Toontown, hit up Mickey and Minnie's, Roger Rabbit's. Oof, that's a goat right there. Walk to Fantasyland. Probably do from Fantasyland, Pinocchio, Snow White, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Peter Pan is not one of my favorites. I'm not going to wait the 45 minutes. If it's a 45-minute wait, sorry, I'm just going to skip it. And I might get a lot of hate for that one, which is crazy. But Peter Pan's is just not I would rather do Pinocchio. Or I'd rather do Mr. Toad's. I'd rather do Snow White. Like, it's just so much better right there. Now, add Maurice's garlic bread on there. Garlic bread. You know me. I love that garlic bread. But add Maurice's as like a have to now. I'm not a turkey leg guy. Anybody, are you a turkey leg person? I'm not a turkey leg person. Hold on. I need a quick drink. I'm getting so real parched over here. Yeah, I'm not going right for a turkey leg. It's not me. I'm not rushing to get a turkey leg. Now, popcorn, I will have popcorn all day long. I will always eat popcorn. Popcorn at Disneyland is goat. It's goated. It's so bomb. I actually have a Yellow Cup Social Club shirt that is Main Street Popcorn Club because it's so good. It really is. By the way, look at my my Spirit jersey. It's an indoor one. Probably going to fall on the ground if I move it too much. Oh, don't fall. Oh, now it's just all poopy. But anyways, I'm going to start filming it from that station because this is actually my beefy computer. It's just got all my racing stuff. It's probably messy, but you can see my wheel right there. That's probably going to be where I start filming these from just because it's a lot better, faster computer. I'm running a laptop on this side with a mic and my Ring camera and a ring light, and that's it. very minimal, which is great because then I could take it anywhere if I need to. Not saying that I've been doing filming anywhere else outside for this, but definitely just right here. Yeah, but Disneyland is just so much fun. Just, it's probably easier to do rides that I'd rather skip than rides that I would ride because I would ride everything. Although I think it's just getting older, right? Did you get a little nauseous riding? I know, 3D rides, Star Tours. Star Tours, even in my mid 20s, early 20s, like Star Tours used to tear me up then. Like, I'd always get a little slight headache. I know I've seen people wear those like anti nausea glasses. I need to find out if those work. I need to try one of those one time and just see if that actually helps, if that makes you less nauseated. Because I would love to try that. Now, Star Tours, I gotta say, the Smuggler's Run, as much as it like is the best ride interactively, to be able to fly the Falcon, to be in Star Wars, I'm telling you, Star Wars Land, Black Spire Outpost is my absolute favorite place to be in Disneyland at nighttime. It is just I like Star Wars is so iconic to me. It's something that I love so much growing up. I love Star Wars. I actually have, well, you can't see it, but on this side I have a bookshelf right over there, and I have the 3-piece VHS of the OG Star Wars movies. Actually, I could grab that real quick. Let's see how far this mic goes, because I'm gonna walk over there and I can grab it, and we're still good. You're gonna be able to see. Oh yeah, I can pick it up. For those that are not watching right now, for those that are just listening, I have the Star Wars trilogy in VHS, still original from my grandma. It even says last chance to own the original Star Wars. And it's got a Kellogg special offer still on it. An actual message from George Lucas. It's got a Stormtrooper, Yoda, and Darth Vader. And it's there. Star Wars New Hope, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. All in VHS form. Still in great condition. The box is a little beat up. As you can see, a little weathering. And that's dust. But still, the original trilogy on VHS in my possession. Also, something cool today. I know we're going way off topic, but who cares? Topics are just my main points that I just try to talk about. Also, something that I got off eBay is Walt Disney Treasure right here. And it's the special historical broadcast from Disney, from Disneyland's opening. And I was watching it today because our internet actually went down for like a solid hour. So we were watching it. That's why I don't have DVDs. That's my only DVD set besides like a 007 entire series on DVD. So, wow. That just happened. I lost my mic, so I'm going to have to cut that. So if it just randomly stops and then we start talking again, it's because my mic literally cut out right now. I have no idea what happened, but I guess stretch the limits by stretching out the cord. So apologies for that. But like I said, 007, I have the full complete series of Brosnan, and what is it? Why am I blanking out right now? The newest 007. What's his name? Well, I'm going to Google this right now because I look like a fool. 007. Why am I blanking? It's, Daniel Craig. Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig series, and it's got the OGs. It's got everyone. But I love Pierce Brosnan, and I love Daniel Craig's rendition of 007. Casino Royale is an absolute epic movie. I love it because I love poker, so that's a cool movie. But anyways, I have that set, and I have that Walt Disney Treasures because I just won it on eBay literally a year ago because we ran out. Our internet crashed at one point, so I was like, let's buy some more stuff just in case. Glad I had it. But on the broadcast, Walt Disney cut a deal with ABC, right, to broadcast the future opening of the park. ABC wanted him to do an hour show, and Walt didn't want to do it. He was like, yeah, that's too much work. A weekly 1 hour show, that means that's taking a lot. But ABC said, no, got to do it. So it's like the original broadcast of him building up to the opening of Disney. Now, at the time, he may not have saw how epic that was or how much of a buildup it was, but imagine back in the day not having a lot of TV channels. And as a kid, you're like, what is this Disneyland? Like, it would build up so much hype for you. Like, hey, look at this guy. He's inventing a whole park and like going through it. Frontierland. Back then, it was Tomorrowland, Frontierland, Main Street USA, um, Fantasyland, and I think that was it. Frontierland. Oh, and Adventureland. Like how like I want to go there. Like just hearing that as a kid, you had to be like, this is epic. So seeing those broadcasts and all the effort he had to put into doing that, like cool, it makes sense. Like you're not wanting to do this, but you did it. And now it probably helped his park explode because he had millions of people within the first month, 2 months. Like that's a lot. And then you watch from the original broadcast, they go over the orchards right there, right? And it's all orange trees. There's literally nothing out there. It's nothing. When they say like, oh, it's just made out in the orange fields, it literally was made out in orange fields. Nothing around it. So it's kind of epic that Walt had this idea out in cheap orange orchards and built Disneyland. So it was cool to see like the old school stuff like that on those broadcasts. So that's why I bought that. But I'm trying to find, there's 3 more to get of that series, and I'm going to get it because to see old school Walt and him and his vision about, what Disneyland was going to look like, what Disneyland was going to be. That's so epic. What an Imagineer in himself, right? He used his brain to the best of ability that one day, like, I wish I could use that, right? I think we all dream of the day of us having that capability of unlocking something on the next level and just having the faith in yourself that it's going to work. And he sold people on it. Like, how do you I can't even tell my cat to go outside. Like, how do you get him bought in on that vision that, hey, let's go outside. It's way better than inside. Like, how did you get someone to buy on that? People are like, nah, I'd rather stay inside. It's nice and it's cozy. But he's like, no, there's a whole world out there. And you're like, what? And he got him to buy in. I mean, that's a simple analogy that I used right there of just staying inside versus going outside. But great series. So long-winded on that, right? Star Wars meant so much to me. Oh, that's hilarious. So that was a long one to stories, but Star Wars. So driving the Falcon, look at that. I still connected it all back. Driving the Falcon is such an iconic thing. I think being in that ship to start it, the way they built up the queue, awesome. I think they expected it to be a lot more popular than it is. I think it's starting to run its course because you could be on it in like 20 minutes, maybe. Kind of like Star Tours. Like, it's not going to be that busy. Rise of Resistance will always be busy. Although the other day I was checking park times and like it was like 45 minutes. And I'm all, I would be on that in a heartbeat. Because I love Rise of the Resistance. Like, it's such a great, that ride is revolutionary. There's nothing can top it right now at the moment. It's tops. It's the makings of Star Wars. Like, you can't top that. That's so epic. So that's why I think that whole part of the park is amazing. I, like no other, want to build a droid. I didn't do that last time. I haven't done that yet. I built a lightsaber. Good God, that experience was amazing. Building the lightsaber. I watched it on YouTube, kind of ruined it for me. Did I? Yeah, I think so. But being there, I'm getting chills right now speaking about it. It is just next level, man. It's so good. So good about that. About that whole thing. Just something about Star Wars, something about them just making you feel epic about building something was so cool. The cast members there were phenomenal on that. And I don't have it with me, but I actually have my, I was a Sith, of course. Sith for life. Sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint all of you that are like, oh, Austin's a good guy. No, I'm Sith. Sith and Slytherin, okay? So get it right. But anyways, I built a red lightsaber. It was power. It was epic. It was so cool. And it was the tightest thing ever to like lift your lightsaber up when you were done. So cool, man. What a frick. I just love that area. Yeah, so Star Wars Land, one of my favorites. Also, I love Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland is, maybe I'm just a space nerd. Which, cool. Yeah, space nerd. But it's just so cool to be in these lands that Walt created. Obviously, he didn't create Black Spire Outpost and all that, but the fact that they brought his vision to life is that Disneyland will never be completed, and them adding that park was such a great move. Now, Marvel on the DCA side is lackluster. I feel like it's just it's just mid. As much as I think it's cool, characters come out, they built this whole building, and it's just a lot of space for nothing. Web Slingers is such a letdown. I feel like it's not that great of a ride. I bet it's 11:35. Park's closed. I was gonna say I bet I could pull it up and look at the ride times, and it's just not as popular. Guardians of the Galaxy. I know they moved or put over Tower of Terror, but I love Guardians, so that was okay with me. Although I miss Tower of Terror, absolutely. That one I can swallow that pill a little bit better because Guardians. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. That's such a great Marvel series. All the movies have been fantastic with that, so I love Guardians. So don't hate me on that one, but I'm okay with that. Although it's very hard still. I miss Twilight Tower of the Terror, but at least it didn't get reskinned in Walt Disney World, so still kind of get to go experience that. Although yours is cool because it like moves across and then drops. Like that's so much cooler than the original Disneyland one or DCA one. But Guardians is epic. I think it's so cool. Love the collector. Love Benicio del Toro. A great part. Chris Pratt. I love that whole series. I just do. Guardians is so cool. But that area just isn't fun to me. I would much rather be in Cars Land because that's so much fun. I love Pixar Pier too. Love the Incredicoaster. There's so many like iconic things that Disney has done in Anaheim that I think are just awesome. Just the Marvel Land, it's just not. It ain't it for me, Chief. It ain't it. If anything, we miss A Bug's Life. That's what my wife and I talk about. It's tough to be a bug. I miss that place. That show was epic. My wife set me up one time. I don't actually never had seen it as a kid, or maybe I did and I just didn't remember. But she's like, yeah, make sure you like lay back in your seat, and she's like, or else the bugs will get you up front. So I was like, okay. Oh my gosh, when the bees stung, that was the worst thing. It hurt so bad. But it was such a cool, like, interactive show, right? Flick is the best. Great host. And they did a great job on that. And then them spraying and then it smelled like farts. Like, it's a great show. I'm sad that they got taken out, but I get it. Like, it's just taking up space. It's not that popular of a thing. And it's like 15-minute shows. Like, it's just popping off shows. So if it goes down, it goes down. And it's knocking out for a little bit. But it wasn't like a run to. People didn't have to run to it. Like Rise of the Resistance. I think the next things I really, really want to do, and that's going to be tough to do, at least for this next trip, is, well, Maverick's an early riser, so we might be okay, but I want to be the person to get the first pickle pin, like the pin. I want to get that. My wife, that's a goal for my wife. I would try and rush and get there so that we could get the first pickle of the day. That's a goal. The Winnie the Pooh ride one, that's pretty sick too, to be able to sign the book. I would love to do that one too. So there's some few things that I haven't done that I would like to do, especially with that one. Man, what else could I do? Indiana Jones. Wouldn't it be sick if there was an Indiana Jones restaurant? Like, you got Blue Bayou. It would be real sick if you're like sitting there and you're having like some good food right there and watching like the Jeeps drive on by. That would have been sick. But I guess you're in a temple, so that doesn't make sense. So never mind. Take that out and throw it away. But if you were outside, like a little outside patio, what if they did that like the patio? What is that called? The one where the Dole Whip patio is now. It's nope, not the Royal Street Veranda. I'm on the wrong side. It's right here. Oh, the Tropical Hideaway. What if they'd made that like right next to Indiana Jones? That would have been sick. I get it though. They had a wasted space and that was cool. But I'm trying to remember. Can you really see? Yeah, you can. You could see the jungle boats right there. I mean, it's the Jungle Cruise boats. So that's cool. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to something that's 11 months away. Disneyland's going to be epic. Maverick's going to be excited. I know it. My wife and I are going to cry. It's just going to be, it is what it is. I know this kind of podcast episode was all over the place. So thanks for bearing with me if you listen to this whole thing. Thanks. If you have any tips, any things you want to share with me, TMO_Mayhem on Instagram. Come hang out. Come holla. come chill, come join the All Things Disney Club. It's a great club. We have a great time on that. If you want to like get more involved with Disney stuff, that's what we do. The All Things Disney Club has been epic. A lot of fun, a lot of great reels that people post and make and create. There's a lot of creative people in that group, so I'm kind of jealous on that one because I'm very basic, not really, not really trying to just do out anything outside the box. But they do. So once again, this is Austin. Thanks again for hanging out. I hope you have a magical day, magical night, whatever you're listening, wherever you're watching. I appreciate you. Love you. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great month. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you actually spend your time to listen to me just chatter about random stuff. This episode I was wanting to do, so I'm glad I got it knocked out. But yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great freaking time, all right? Thanks for hanging out with your boy, Austin. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Later.